Hi guys, I'm Kobe,
And I'm Alex.
and this is
H
H Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing, it's a really late review of Thor the Dark World, but we're still going to do it because it was that awesome of a movie. So, what did you think at first?
I love the movie. I mean, it was pretty good, but, out of 5 stars, there's only so much that can get a 5, but this movie could only get a 4.
A 4. So, yeah, unfortunately, it was good, but it just wasn't great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before we start getting into all the big major issues that we had, let's talk about some of the stuff that was what made up the film. Your director, he was directing a lot of the Game of Thrones, and he did some Mad Men as well. His name's Alan Taylor. Go look him up if you want to, but I don't know. Your producers, I don't really know who Kevin Feige is, but Stanley, if Stanley's the producer, then I'm going to put it in there. Marvel made it, but Thor was played by Chris Hemsworth, Loki was played by Tom Hiddleston, you got Jane Foster, who's played by Natalie Portman, and
then we've got the big bad guy, Malekith, and he's played by Christopher Eccleston. Eccleston.
And you have Odin, who's played by none other than Anthony Hopkins.
I mean, who else could do that?
I don't know. How about that? And then the person that wrote the script, his name is Stephen McFeely. Now, he wrote all the Chronicles of Narnia, and he's been doing both of the Captain Americas. So, the new one, if you don't, we'll provide a link in the description for the new Captain America, alright? But he's writing that, so you should go check that out immediately.
And who was joining Stephen McFeely when doing screenplay was Christopher Marcus and Christopher Yost. So, they didn't play as much.
Okay, well, let's get into the big things, alright? So, what were some of the major issues that we had in this film?
I think probably the biggest issue was character development. I believe with this.
Character development was big, and you wanted to see a lot in the characters.
We all expected a lot from Chris Hemsworth because
now, he did do an amazing job.
Yes, he did, but they didn't give him enough character development. I mean, you wanted to see him hurt. You wanted to see his emotions go. You know what I mean?
So, I know, and the cinematics, by the way, they're fabulous. You know, they're up to date. You're like, whoa! And I was really intrigued from the first one to the second one on how Asgard looked. Asgard was a lot different from the first one to the second one. Everything that was in there.
Asgard still was spectacular.
And your villain, he was really good in this film.
He was very good, but I'd like to see a little more of what they do with DC, where they have him develop a little bit. We wish that you could see the reason why he was doing what he was doing.
But there's a lot of unexplained actions, and I think if you watch it, you might find that, I don't know, that was one of ours. But another thing was Thor's companion. Didn't we want to see more of that?
Yes. His big companions in this are Sif Vandrel and Volstagg, and they were played by Jamie Alexander, Zachary Levi, and Ray Stevenson, of course. So.
And they were his best friends, so, and we saw them kind of a lot in Thor, and they're kind of that backup relief, but, I would have really liked to see a lot more of them, and because
we needed to see more than a couple clips of them. I think that they needed a little more screen time.
A little bit. And by the way, the movie is basically 2 hours flat.
Yeah, it's pretty much 2 hours flat.
They should have put it a little bit higher, in my honest opinion. But otherwise than that, it was fine. And your story plot. It did have a feasible story plot.
It did. Again, though, we wanted to see a little bit more development and why in the heck Malekith wanted to do that.
And I think it just rushed through things a bit too fast. Like, it would transition from here to there, and it would go really fast.
Yes, but I have to admit we had some great comedic actors in this. They played comedy, and they were spectacular.
It was very spectacular. So, guys.
Well, but first we do have to include, of course, our little bit on Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. I'm brain dead right
he took away the show.
He did. That was all up to Loki. Best villain of the year by far. You know, his humor. His humor was the best part in the film.
Yes,
it was amazing.
Believe, and it's amazing. You have to go see it. You have to see the end. There's a huge plot twist. But I have to stress this so much. If you go and see the film, there's 2 end credit scenes. You have to see both.
You got to see both. Those are the rules when you go to a Marvel movie.
Yes,
right?
they always
you gotta see both.
To.
You can't skip out.
Yeah.
No, alright. So, I'm Kobe.
And I'm Alex.
And this has been H Reviews. Alright, so remember to like, comment, subscribe. We want you guys to comment on what you guys want us to do next. We review anything from games, movies, trailers, celeb news, I guess. I don't know. You guys pick.
I mean, I'm guessing we're even doing music videos.
Maybe. I don't know. So, you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.